Hey everybody, it's me again, and we got more bags to look at. Um, 7 bags actually, and it's quite interesting. Um, you saw the when we got to Mercy's, the sunflower seeds were on the ground in separate piles. Um, 3 separate piles to be exact, and well, if you think you got Mercy, the big feller, and Fletch, that's 3. I'm not saying that's what happened, but it's a theory. So, we'll start with this one, this bag right here. Um, I don't know what that black stuff is. I'm assuming it's probably rat feces, something. I don't know, but this is typically what you see from a rodent right here. They'll just chew open a spot, get into the bag, and see if they want it. If not, then they move on. Um, some of these bags seem to me like they have a couple things going on. Um, like this one, for example, that was pulled open right here. That part was pulled open. The contents were dumped out. You can see right here. There's another pinch mark right there from where they pinched it. Then I think they figured out it was sunflower seeds and didn't want it. You can see that pinch mark right there. Oh, I mean, that's clearly a pinch mark from where it was pulled with the fingers. So, interesting. My bag collection is growing greatly. Let's see this one. We got this one. Now, this part, I believe, was rodents right here. I believe that was a rodent right there. But this part over here was pulled open. It was pinched and pulled open. So I think what happened was they pinched it, pulled it open, figured out it was sunflower seeds, dropped the bag, and it landed with that pinched part down, and the rat came in and chewed it up. So there's that one. That's number 3. Again, more of that rat feces. This has got another spot pinched and pulled open right there. Also right here. Got that right there. Very interesting. You can see right here where it was pulled and stretched. Now, rodents don't do that. Rodents don't pull and stretch stuff. That takes fingers and force. So, very interesting. This one is just completely shredded. That one, you could see it was clearly pulled open right here, just ripped open. And this, the whole bottom part was just, I mean, that wasn't chewed, that was pulled and stretched. You can see right there, that's stretching. Right, rodents don't do that. They just chew through stuff, you know. Very interesting. Oh, do I love these Ziplocs? You can definitely tell what happened to them. They leave definite, significant stretch marks on them. It obviously wasn't human. It's human's natural nature that when you see a Ziploc, you open it normally through the Ziploc as not to spill the contents of what is in the bag. That's just something subconscious that happens, and it's just ingrained in us ever since Ziploc bags came out. That's just the way it is. Now, this one was completely pulled apart. You can tell that was stretched, pulled, and this is, well, I don't know what was in this, but whatever it was, they liked it. That is for sure. This is completely shredded. You got more stretching right here along that edge. You got more stretching and pulling right along that edge. I bet this was the shelled peanuts. I'm pretty sure that was the shelled peanuts. So I'm going to have to get some more peanuts. I mean, they annihilated this bag. This bag is pieces. I mean, whatever was in it, they wanted it, and they wanted it bad. Quiet, Brutus. I'm doing a video, buddy. That's my wife's guinea pig sitting right next to me. So if you all remember, not this past Sunday, but the Saturday before, when I first hung the grocery bags out, now I hung Fletch's bag, and it was probably hung 1.5 feet higher than my head. And I'm 5'8", I'm probably 5'9" with my boots on. So, and it was hung from the handles 1.5 feet. So it was hanging down. It was probably pretty eye level with me with the contents. So I left that bag there for another week, and I collected it yesterday. Obviously wasn't going to touch it, but I think he definitely investigated it. And this is the bag. Okay, and we're looking at this. So you see, oh, that's round. That's round, right? All that chewing is round. It wouldn't have been hard for a rodent to get in there because it was hung like this with a little bit. All he had to do was just go in. He didn't have to chew the bag. He could have just gotten in. So now we take this, okay, this round spot, and you got these marks here. Now what if we fold it in half? What do we have there? We have teeth marks. We have the scope of the radius of the mouth. So that's a good 3 inches across, 3.5 inches across. I'm not saying that that's what happened. That's what it looks like to me. Because why would a rodent chew something in a circle when it didn't have to? All it had to do was just go up the branch and go right into the bag. So if you fold it in half, you get that radius of what looks to be teeth. Now this part up here, the folded part, would have been in his mouth, and this would have been the radius of his teeth. So he probably smelled the stuff in there and couldn't figure out how to get into it. So, again, unfold it, and it's a circle. Well, almost a circle. More like an oval, but fold it in half, and you get that where all the teeth were. So that is very interesting. I did show you that when I did collect the bag, a rodent had gotten into it. There was rodent feces in the bag. Some apples had been eaten, partially eaten. I showed you that's what rodents do. They eat what they want and then they leave. Part of the banana was eaten, rotted. I took the peanuts and the sunflower seeds with me. I left those in the bag. I actually just dumped them. I'm not going to be taking those back out there because a rodent was in there. And if you know anything about rodents, they leave a trail of urine wherever they go. That's how they find their ways around. So as they walk, they leave a urine trail. It's disgusting, but that's just the way they're built. So very interesting. Very interesting. I think there was definitely an investigation by him, for sure. He could probably smell the contents and couldn't figure it out. Again, I don't know if it was folded this way or if it was folded this way, but either way, that's big. That's an inch wider than my mouth on each side. So it's probably 4 inches wide. If that is in fact what happened, that's why I kept this bag. It was very interesting. I noticed it last week before I took it. So very interesting. There you go. There's all the bags. I haven't forgotten about the audio. I've got 11 hours to go through, and it's tough finding time right now to sit down and listen. But I've got half a dozen timestamps. Half of those are in the first 25 minutes from when I left. So, and I've heard this before in previous audio recordings. Literally, as soon as I walk out, probably as soon as I walk out to the main trail and get down the road a little bit, they're coming in. You hear thump, 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 thump. This time was a little weird. You hear the thump, 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 but then you hear what sounds like, I want to say deer antlers, like how hunters use the deer antlers during a rut, against each other. That's what it sounded like, along with the footsteps. I'm just trying to get through all the audio before I do a video on that. And again, I'll do it the way I did it last time. I'll hold the voice recorder up to the microphone of my phone. It will be loud, but it will be clear and it will be crisp, and it worked out really well. So I'm happy with doing it that way. Um, it works out easier for me because, again, me and computers, we just butt heads. We don't like each other, so this works out better for me. At least that way I can get the audio out to you. So I'm just trying to get through the audio. It's a lot of audio to get through, and be on the lookout for another video this week on the audio. I guarantee it. I will get it done this week before next Saturday's few videos out there. See what they did with the bucket. Remember, I screwed that bucket to a tree, and I used an 1.5 inch long drywall screw with what they call a fender washer. Fender washer is 1.25 inches across with a 3/16 hole in the middle, so that's a lot of material. I use that washer on purpose because it's going to be harder to pull the bucket. It's going to grab more meat of that bucket with such a small hole being pierced through it. It's got all that meat on the bucket. It's going to be really hard to pull off. Your local woodland creature ain't going to be able to do that. So hopefully I put it on the right part of the tree. I picked one that was skinny and really smooth. Hopefully they can't climb up it to get to it. So regardless, if they do get to it and I find evidence of rodents, I got plan B. I got some chicken wire, and I'll make a hood underneath the bucket so they can't get up it. So I'll do that if the bucket thing doesn't work. So now, this week I will be on the hunt for either another clear bucket or, as my friend Dub suggested, a wicker basket. I like the idea of the wicker basket because it looks natural, but at the same time it's wicker and it has, points to where rodent claws can catch onto. So I like the smooth plastic buckets. They can't grab onto it. You know what I mean? So if I have to, I'll go buy another 5-pound bucket of red vines and just put all the licorice in a gallon storage bag. So, and then I'll mount that somewhere at Fletch's, and we'll see if he likes that. And if they like it, that's it. I'm not changing nothing. I'm just gonna go fill the buckets, get the routine back, and move forward. I'm currently looking for one of those little tripod folding seats, little canvas folding seats I can toss in my backpack. And but when the weather starts cooling down and I can sit out there without dying from the heat, I'm going to start sitting in Mercy's area. So, I'll just sit there. I used to spend a lot more time there before the summer when it was cooler. I used to sit there for a couple hours, and it started getting hot and unbearable. And then the bugs, and I'm looking forward to winter. So they seem to be a lot more active in winter, and hopefully by then our relationship would have furthered along even just a little bit more. I'll be happy. Very interesting though. Very interesting. They love the peanuts, that's for sure. Not so fond of the sunflower seeds, but I think I know why. Probably because they were kiln dried, which means they were kind of cooked, and then they're salted. So I'm going to go to the local feed store and see if they have just raw, uncooked, unsalted sunflower seeds. Um, we'll try that. And since I didn't have any peanuts, I got to go get more peanuts because we usually get 5 pounds of, or 10 pounds of unsalted, unroasted peanuts from one of the stores around here because that's what we feed the possums and the squirrels in the backyard. And our 10-gallon bucket is empty. So I need to refill that so I can start taking them peanuts. I need to get another box of these Ziploc bags. These don't seem to bother them one bit. And we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. We're going to keep going. They definitely have their own little personalities and their own tastes. So this week I tried dates, pitted dates. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they like them. That'd be cool if they do. You know, I was and I did get all organic, natural dates. I was looking at some of the other ones, and they said preserved in hydro peroxide chloride, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not getting that. No way. What human would even eat that? Right on the front of the package, it says that in big letters. It's like, I wouldn't eat that. I definitely wouldn't give that to them. That's for sure. No way. So I'm being very selective of the stuff I give them. I want to make sure that it doesn't screw with them. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens on Saturday with the dates and the bucket, and hopefully by then I'll be able to get another bucket for Fletch's area, and I'll screw it up on the tree, just like I did at Mercy's. And I need to go to like the 99-cent store because I really, really want to get one of those plastic tiaras for Mercy. I do. And I want to clip it on the tree right above the bucket. So, she is a total princess. Absolute princess. So I think that would be fitting. So I got a lot of shopping around to do this week, and hopefully I can get it all done and get my work done and bust my butt and get the work done early so I can go shopping for them. You know what I mean? So, well, I just wanted to do this video to show y'all those bags and show y'all this one and how it's in a circle. So very interesting. Put it like that, and you get the whole radius. So I don't know. Make your own conclusions. I just thought it was interesting. I looked at it, and I don't know why, but I just folded it over and went, now that's odd. A rodent's not going to chew a circle. But it makes more sense if it were folded over and chewed on. So, make your own conclusions, people. And I will see you up there this Saturday. Happy hunting, everyone.